Good morning, babe. I just wanted to tell you that I've put your breakfast out on the dining table from the freezer. It should be thawed out by the time you wake up, so just put it in the microwave for about a minute or so and it should be good to eat. I hope you like it and have a good day today. Oh, I also took some out for the kids, too. Make sure to eat it together.
Jonathan, did you already go to work? The sun is barely coming up. You must be so tired. Why so early?
We got a new intern in our section recently, but it seems like she's really struggling with keeping up with the work we do since she's new. I was planning on making a worker's manual for her so that she can just follow through while using it as a guideline. I had to wake up early for that.
I don't want you to take care of all of that by yourself, though. You don't have to be so diligent. It's not like they pay you more for doing something like that.
I felt kind of bad for her because she's struggling so much. She reminds me of our daughters.
Still, though, it feels like you're the only one that's working for the whole entire company. It makes me upset to see you like this. Use this and buy something to energize you from the store. I'm sorry that this is all I can do for you right now.
That's okay, honey. I'm the one that should feel sorry when I should be able to cook you an actual meal instead of having frozen food out for you and the kids to eat for breakfast.
It's no problem. I've never seen this brand of frozen food before. The quality is actually decent with this one. Where did you get it?
Oh, that? I just went with my gut feeling and picked out the one that seemed the nicest. I think I've seen it on the TV.
Well, thank you so much for the breakfast. It's a pleasure to be able to have breakfast that fills me up every single day. And it's all because of your work. But I want you to at least spend a little bit more time in the morning so that I can see you. I want our daughters to be able to talk to their father a bit more too. It's been a minute since we've all sat down and had a meal with each other.
Okay, sure. I'll try my best to make that happen. I'll see you in the afternoon, Deborah. Hello, Deborah. This is Robert. I work with Mr. Jonathan as his co-worker. Nice to meet you. I'm so sorry for texting you out of nowhere, but unfortunately, I need a bit of your help at the moment. It's a little urgent. I am using the emergency cell phone from the company to contact you right now.
Oh, hello, Robert. I haven't seen you in a minute, but I believe I've met you before at that gathering we had a little while ago. What's going on? How can I help?
So, Mr. Jonathan put in for vacation last minute today. But the thing is, he was the last one to check the contract that we are working on right now. Jonathan probably has that document with him right now since he's the last one to have gotten a hold of it. But it seems like his phone is off at the moment. We need that document in order to take it to the next step. Nothing too serious. It's just that we have a set deadline.
Wait a minute. Jonathan put in vacation for today?
Yes. I was getting ready for work this morning, and I received this picture. After he's told me about him taking time off for today, I haven't been able to get in contact with him afterwards.
That's weird. He told me this morning that he's going to go to work. Okay, do you have an idea of where he usually keeps his documents and files from work at?
Oh, I believe that Jonathan usually has a USB with him to keep the files from work. I'm very sorry about this, as it may be a little intrusive, but do you think you'll be able to get a hold of that USB somewhere? It is probably in his business suitcase that he carries around. Again, I'm so sorry about this, but it's just a little urgent at the moment.
Yes, I see that he left his bag behind. I think I found the USB that you're asking about. The thing is, the computer at our house doesn't work.
That's totally fine. I'll send someone to go retrieve the USB from you. Any financial costs that might arise will be taken care of on our side, so no worries.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
Thank you so much for your cooperation, and I am so sorry about the bother. I hope you have a great rest of the day, Deborah. Deborah, how are you nowadays? Anything going on in your life?
Sabrina! It's been a while since we've talked to each other. I was actually thinking about shooting you a text sometime because it's been a while since I've seen or talked to you.
Oh, don't worry about stuff like that. We both have been busy with our lives. There really isn't much time to be texting people like that anymore. I totally understand. We've been friends for such a long time. And, I just wanted to check in. I don't know, just to see what's going on with you.
You sound a bit concerned. What's going on? Is there something that I don't know about?
Do you not know? Okay, so my husband recently started his new job as a bus driver.
Oh, really? That's great. When did he get into bus driving? Tell him that I'm happy for him.
No, Deborah, listen. That's not the problem right now. On that exact bus that my husband was driving, Jonathan was on it. My husband was through and through about how rude and disrespectful Jonathan was. He was literally so angry that he was nearly cursing Jonathan out.
What? My husband? Jonathan? When? He's been rude and disrespectful?
This happened last Friday. Now, this bus that my husband was driving was to a remote city out in the suburbs, and he was apparently on that exact bus.
Are you sure it was really my husband that was on that bus?
Yes, I'm sure. You remember that my husband used to be a cop, right? He doesn't make mistakes when it comes to recognizing people by their faces.
Yeah, you're right. You said that this was on Friday, right? I specifically remember Jonathan telling me that he was going to be at work on that day, though.
Really? Well, my husband was telling me that Mr. Jonathan was wearing some casual clothes that's meant to be worn when going on a hike.
Maybe it wasn't Jonathan then?
No, I'm for sure that it definitely was Jonathan. Believe me.
Well, what happened? What did Jonathan do on the bus?
Apparently, he was day drinking on the bus. He was also pouring the alcohol on the floor because he got so drunk and excited. He was being rude to the other people on the bus, too. He tried getting into a fight with the other passengers because of this.
Is this really about Jonathan that you're telling me right now? I can't believe it. It feels like I just got hit in the head with a hammer. This is not the man that I've known for all of this time. It's just so hard to believe that he would act out like that in front of the others. Should I confront him about this matter? How should I even bring this up to him?
I know that it doesn't sound real. I don't think Mr. Jonathan recognized that the bus driver was my husband because he was incredibly drunk while it all happened. Well, I doubt that he would have acted out like that if he knew that the bus driver was my husband. I mean, it's embarrassing to do something like that in public, nonetheless in front of someone that you know. I don't know, but it seems like my husband is absolutely disgusted by what happened. He said that he asked the other bus drivers if they've ever experienced something similar. Mr. Jonathan is known amongst the other bus drivers that he's a problematic customer. They even warned my husband about him.
Jonathan probably didn't recognize your husband because he was drunk. He has a hard time in general remembering faces. He probably didn't recognize your husband because he's only seen him once, like 5 years ago.
Yeah, that makes sense. My husband had to clean the bus up afterwards, because the alcohol was literally everywhere on the bus. But people already stepped all over it and was all sticky and gross. It was at least somewhat tolerable at that point because it's something that can be cleaned up after. But that's not even the real problem.
Did something else happen besides that?
Yes. Apparently, Jonathan was with some woman on that bus. And he was doing all sorts of inappropriate stuff with her while in public.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to that. He acted like family and work is all he knows in life in front of me. So he was cheating on me? And he dares to act so innocent in front of me this whole time? This is just so unbelievable and shocking for me. I mean, my husband out of everybody?
I wish I wasn't telling the truth, but unfortunately I am. You know I wouldn't lie or joke about something like this.
I'm so confused and disappointed. Did I live with this man for years and have kids with him just for him to do this to me? Cheat on me and be a horrible human being in front of everyone? Meanwhile, during the whole day, he's been lying to me.
Deborah, you need to be more rational now than you've ever been before. My husband told me that Jonathan will definitely be back by next week. It seems like he's made a group to travel together with. He is pretty much the leader that runs the whole entire group. My husband told me that if he decides to be all crazy and wild, the group members do the same exact thing as him.
He's so trashy. What is wrong with my life? What did I do to deserve this? The man that I chose to spend my life with turns out to be some cheater?
It seems that way. But don't let this incident get to you, Deborah.
Not only that, but he's a nuisance to other people. I need to find a way to get back at him for what he's done to me and everybody else.
Let's think about it. At least we know everything that's going on because my husband's the one that drives the bus. I'll help you out with anything that I can help out with.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sabrina. I really do appreciate your help.
Deborah, I'm leaving the food out again on the table before I leave. Make sure you have it and don't skip meals. Oh, also, I'm going on a business trip today. I'm sorry that I had to tell you last minute. The schedule's looking pretty tight this time, so I might have to spend the night over there.
I already woke up when you were in the shower. You should have said goodbye before you left. You must be really busy because you left your bag at the house. It's the bag that you always took to work. It's in front of the front door. Do you need me to come give it to you?
Wait, what? Did I leave it there? Oh man, I'm sorry. And it's alright. I'll come get it right now. Wait for me. I'll be there in a second.
Hey, I think you're right. He is going on a trip today, and it's last minute. He left super early this morning, but left his bag that he carries around for work. Before he made it back home, I took a look at the inside of the bag. And guess what? I found those hiking clothes that your husband was telling you about.
See, I told you. It's definitely him. This last time he was on the bus, my husband was showing me how he would act out on the bus. It was so obnoxious to even watch. Oh, I was meaning to ask, has your husband been bringing you some kind of frozen food back home?
Frozen food? How did you know?
You know how he acts when he's drunk. The women that he gets with on these trips are different every single time. This happened when my husband first started doing the whole bus driver gig. But he overheard the lady that Mr. Jonathan was with at the time, and she told him that she's running a food business. She was telling him that it would be lovely if he could help her out and buy a few boxes of her products.
Wow, that is absolutely insane. He told me that he got it from the store after seeing it on a commercial, telling me how he wanted to have something out for the kids and die to eat for breakfast. Meanwhile, the whole time that food was from some lady's company that he was cheating on me with?
I guess that this is just another proof that it really is him on the bus. He must have really lost his mind with this one.
All of this makes me so angry, Sabrina. I've been working myself to death for the past how many years of my life now? While I was trying to raise our kids and send them to college to set them up for success, Jonathan's been acting a fool in the meantime as he was cheating on me. What did I go through all of the things that I went through in my life for? What was I doing living life as his wife this whole time? I want to get a divorce. It was actually a little weird how he was being so nice to me. After the kids grew and become independent, he was being nice to me just to be a clown behind the scenes.
Deborah, I understand that this must have hurt you deeply. I want to be able to do something for you. Tell me, what can I help you with?
Do you think that you can help me collect some evidence of what he's doing behind my back? I want a picture of him being stupid and cheating on me.
Okay, I'll try my best to get a picture of him. It shouldn't be too hard to get because when he's drunk, he can't tell apart who's who. He shouldn't be able to recognize me either.
Yes, I hope that it all works out. Thank you for helping me, Sabrina. Babe, are you going on one of your business trips again today? I see a lot of documents in the house. They're yours, right?
If I work extra hard, other people at work won't have to deal with as much work. I'd rather do it myself and have other people struggle less. It's all right.
I don't want to see my husband being overworked, though. Of course, I want you to be able to get your rest. I bought some tea for you that's good for bringing the energy back up. Make sure you take it with you when you leave for work, and tell me if it works.
I was getting tired of going on long rides. That's actually perfect. Thank you so much. If it weren't for you, I would have already been passed out dead.
If it isn't me, who else should be able to do something like this for you? I'm glad that I can be of help. I've seen it on TV that tea also helps out with bedtime duties.
Oh, really? Then I should go ahead and do myself a favor and drink the tea every now and then from now on. Thank you. I really appreciate everything that you do for me.
Jonathan, are you on the way for the trip right now? Did you have some of that tea that I got you? I heard that it's better to drink that tea during the day. Try to finish it before the sun goes down so that it doesn't go bad.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I should start drinking it then. I forgot all about it because I've been so busy. I don't know what I would do without you, Deborah.
Aw, I texted you because I had a feeling that you'd be too busy to even think about drinking the tea. I should have put it in a thermos instead of a plastic bottle, so that's my bad. From now on, I'll make sure to have the tea ready every time you go on your business trips.
I'll love it if you could do that for me. Thank you. Deborah, does this tea go bad quickly?
Why? What's wrong? Does it taste weird?
No, there's nothing wrong with the taste. My stomach has been reacting bad to it. It's making a lot of bubbling noises.
Did you have anything else besides the tea that I gave you?
No, I haven't really ate or drank anything else besides the tea because I was planning on eating my first meal once I get to the destination.
Why not just get off at a rest stop?
I'm on a Greyhound bus right now. I can't just ask to stop the bus. I don't think we're going to be stopping for a while.
Oh, really? That's just a shame, isn't it? What are you going to do now? Are you going to have to do the business in your pants while you're still on the bus? Then your coworkers will see you having an accident in your pants, and the smell would be atrocious. The bus driver will probably pass out from the fumes. They're gonna call you Crappy Pants Jonathan from now on.
What's wrong with you? Why are you adding insult to injury right now?
I just feel bad for you. I don't know how many more hours you have to go before you get to your destination. I guess you'll just have to make sure to clench tight until you get to where you're supposed to be at. My poor husband. I'll be over here hoping that you don't embarrass yourself in front of everybody else. Hang tight.
What are you even trying to imply right now? What was in that tea? Did you do this on purpose? I don't have time to be going through this right now. I'll text you later. Oh my. You won't believe what's happening right now. Your husband literally was the whole entire circus just then.
Why? What's going on? I've plotted something against him so that he'll embarrass himself in front of everyone.
Your husband was doing the usual and was having fun with some random lady. And right at the moment he was putting his arms around her, he ended up pooping himself inside of the bus. I heard some disgusting sound, and next thing you know, he literally stinks up the whole entire bus. Everyone is going crazy and gagging because of it in here.
Oh, really? How pitiful. I don't know what to say about that.
Your husband literally got up out of his seat and was yelling at my husband to stop the bus. We're on the side of the road in the middle of the countryside, and he hopped over the guardrails and went into the woods. He didn't make it as far as he should, though. I guess he was too much in a hurry, because everyone can see him from the highway. He didn't even have time to cover his whole entire self up. Everybody is in here complaining and blaming your husband for making the bus into a toxic waste zone. Dang, how much laxative did you even put into whatever he was drinking?
I put the whole entire pack in. He should have tasted something inside of the tea with the amount that I've put in. I'm actually lucky because he has such a dull sense of taste. I should text him to grind his gears. Thanks for updating me on what's going on. I'll text you again later, Sabrina.
All right.
Jonathan! I've heard that you've stopped in the middle of the road to do the number 2. It must be kind of serious, isn't it? Are you okay?
So it was you that did this to me. Are you a psycho? Why would you do this?
Don't worry, you'll be fine. It was nothing that'll kill you. Although it sure did kill your reputation. You have your fun exploring the mountains. Oh, maybe you're exploring something else that isn't just the mountains. For example, a random woman's body, perhaps.
What are you talking about? What do you mean I'm exploring some random woman's body? I would never do something like that with anybody that isn't you.
We literally haven't done the deed in years, Jonathan. What kind of nonsense is that? Now it all comes together when you got so excited about the tea being good for nighttime duties. It's been fun and thrilling getting together with some random women and changing the target up every few weeks, hasn't it?
Why didn't you confront me about it then, Deborah? Why would you do some lame prank on me like this? Don't you think that you've gone a little far with this? Do you know how much people are blaming and complaining about me because of the smell?
That's exactly the reason why I put extra effort into making the tea. Why would I do something like that in the middle of a hot summer day? I just had to do it, though. That way I could make sure that you won't notice the amount of laxative that I put inside of the tea.
I'm a grown man. Do you know how embarrassing it is to have pooped my pants in front of everyone else on a bus? I'm literally so humiliated. I don't even want to get back on the bus. What are you going to do about this?
Well, what can you do besides getting back on the bus? Are you going to just live there in the middle of the woods? Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea, I suppose. You could start all over again as a caveman and start off with finding some fire. Be all natural, you know? Film a documentary and everything.
Did you have your fun making a fool out of someone else like this?
What about you? I know all about the food you've been giving us for breakfast. You bought it off of one of the girls that you were cheating on me with, right?
How do you know about all of this? Do you know someone on this bus right now? I'm going to head back and check everyone's face one by one. I'm going to find out who they are and take them to the police for ruining my marriage like this.
Who are you blaming right now? This is your fault. You had no interest in me for the longest time, including the fact that you have no attention to the people that are around me. Go ahead and check who is in the bus right now. I doubt you'll recognize anybody that knows me, though. Well, can you even get back on the bus anyway? Your pants and underwear must be absolutely filthy by now. What are you going to do? You were so excited to go hang out with your little fling that you didn't even take any spare clothes or underwear. How sad.
How about you shut up, Deborah? Do you even know how bad this whole situation is?
Oh, yeah. I know all too well. That's why I'm having such a good time about it. You shouldn't have left any trace of evidence of what you were doing. The moment you left your work bag at home, you made the biggest mistake of your life. If all that my friend told me was about you being on the bus with nothing else, I would have kept going on with my life as your stupid wife, thinking that her husband has the world's kindest heart who loves to work. I was trying to think to myself that since we're older now, maybe I should just think of you as a lifelong companion for the sake of not making a big deal out of it. But once it actually turns out to be that you were cheating on me this whole time, not with just one woman, but with many, that just really made me feel like an idiot. It's so nasty and disgusting, Jonathan. Do you know that?
So what are you trying to say? You want to get a divorce? That's pretty much what I'm hearing.
Honestly, I put in all of that laxative hoping that it would cause you a seizure or something. If I had even an inch of love left for you as your spouse, Do you think that I would have done some dangerous prank like that to you? You had so many chances to stop what you were doing behind my back. But you never came to your senses, not even once, and had to push me to the point for me to do something so ruthless to you. You asked me if I want a divorce? My answer is yes. We should get divorced. I'm totally fine with that option.
If I knew that we were going to get divorced, I would have saved up some money. Why are you telling me all of a sudden that you want to get divorced? Am I supposed to just go out into the streets and be homeless or something?
It's none of my business what happens to you afterwards, Jonathan. You keep talking about money, but maybe you should invest in getting a well-educated lawyer who knows how to really do their job. You might not know now, but I'm going to do everything that I can in my power to expose you and strip you from your happiness.
Fine. This is how you're going to be, huh? Did you expect me to get scared of you and cry because you've mentioned a divorce?
Cool. Whatever you say, Jonathan. I guess I'll be seeing you in court then. Make sure to take care of whatever mess you've made over there, too. After receiving evidence thanks to my friend Sabrina, I was able to stand my ground at court when the divorce trial finally went down. One thing that really saved me from the hell was that the house that we were living in was under my name, so I was able to kick Jonathan out of the house as soon as possible. Now that I'm happily divorced and found the peace that was much needed, I am able to relax and take care of myself and my daughters. Oh, don't worry. Everything went in my favor in the court and I was able to secure enough money from the whole thing. It's so nice being able to sit quietly in a big house without that horrible human being lurking around. My daughters, after learning about what happened, cut ties with their father and have already adjusted to the new life that we are living. It's as if Jonathan never did exist before in our life. I am hoping that I'll never have to hear about Jonathan again, unless it's about him being totally gone from this world. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.
I had so much fun with you today. If it's all right with you, Miss Isabel, I would like to see you again sometime. However, it's just that compared to you, there's a lot of parts that I need to work on to become a better person for you. I hope you can see that I am willing to work on myself for you.
There's no need to put yourself down like that. You're already an amazing person as is.
Even if you tell me that. I'm just in a manager position at my company right now. However, on the contrary, you're someone that runs a whole business to her name. You're a CEO. There's a huge gap in regards to that between what you and I are with our jobs. I know that people are going to judge us for it.
Everybody's got their own different characteristics or things in general that they look for when they start seeing someone new. What I look for in a man is his nature and his personality. I don't care about him not making as much money as I do, because that's not what I'm looking for. I think that being kind-hearted is the best thing I could ask for in a person. That's why I really like you. You've shown me how amazing you are.
Really? It's been so long since I've met someone that I can really click with. I was super nervous about it, but now that you're telling me that you liked me as a person and not for what I make for a living, that really puts my heart at ease.
I really hope to see you again. Oh, actually, I've been craving some Mexican food. Do you have anything going on this Friday? I know a place that has some banger Mexican food. Since I brought it up first, I'll be more than happy to take you out this time.
No, since I was the one that told you first that I really liked seeing you, as well as telling you that I'd like to meet up with you again. I'd love to be the one that's taking you out. After all, I'm the man.
You're too old-fashioned. All right, if you say so, I won't be too against it. I'll see you on Friday.
Isabel, are you sure about this marriage? You've got a much better deal than him going on. I feel like you should find someone better that's on your level when it comes to their social status. It'd be different if Adam's company that he works for is at least known for something. But what I've heard is that company he's in is almost to the point of shutting down.
Oh, don't say things like that, Mom. I'm not seeing him because of the money. There are more than enough people that are investing into our company right now. I'm making enough money to be satisfied with where I'm at. I just want someone to be my husband that's going to be able to love me unconditionally. Adam is the perfect man.
I know today's the day before your ceremony, but my heart just doesn't feel too good about all of this. I know that in my head that I should just let go of this uneasy feeling that I have, since you say that you love him, but I have been thinking about how poor we were growing up. You suffered when it came to the subject of money. I couldn't give you everything that I wanted to give you. So whenever you would tell me that you'll make a lot of money and succeed in life, you have no idea how much that would break my heart into pieces.
Mom, let's not talk about such sad memories when there's only good things waiting ahead of us from now on. It's going to make me cry. You don't want to see me marching into the wedding with my eyes all puffy and nose all stuffy, right?
Of course not. I want you to be the most beautiful woman there could be for tomorrow. I want you to be the happiest person on earth. At least on your wedding day. I want you to be even happier than me.
All right, I got you. You're just being a tad bit dramatic, Mom. Anyway, don't go to sleep too late, or else you'll be tired before the ceremony even takes place.
I understand. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow, sweetie. Isabel! You looked so beautiful today at the wedding. I was so dazed. Money really is everything that you need in life. It really does come in clutch when it needs to be, doesn't it?
Thank you, Elizabeth. But surprisingly, I actually didn't really want to spend too much money on the wedding. So I did as much as some other people do when it came to budgeting for the wedding. It wasn't that bougie behind the scenes, to be honest.
Oh no, of course. I was just trying to tell you that you were unbelievably beautiful today. I heard that you even bought an expensive watch as a gift for Adam. Is it true?
Yes. I wanted to give him something because I've been so thankful of him. I thought that it'd be nice if I gave him something to brag about to his friends.
I see. Well, I was expecting a little something from you too, as well as for my daughter. Maybe something like the one you gave Adam.
Oh, yes. Actually, I've been thinking about some gifts for you because I know your birthday is coming up.
Oh, I didn't actually mean it, sweetheart. I was just playing around. You don't have to take it so seriously. But, you know, if it were something that you were already planning on doing, I'll gladly receive it. All in all, plans shouldn't be interrupted and flow as it should be.
No worries. I'll have something ready for you here in a bit.
Actually, would it be okay with you if I could pick the gift out? I have had my eyes on a purse that I've been really wanting. This? What do you think about it?
The price is well over $20,000?
Yeah, but you make like $1 billion, don't you? I bet $20,000 is like the price of a piece of candy to you.
Well, that's not necessarily how this works, but it's your birthday coming up, and birthdays are special. I'll go ahead and have it ready for you as a birthday present. I hope you like it.
It's so nice having such a rich daughter-in-law. Isabel, did you get my mom something expensive as a gift?
Oh, yeah. Since it's about to be her birthday. I told her I was thinking about getting something for her as a gift, and she told me what she wanted. She said she's wanted a purse for a while and showed me the one she wanted. I got that one for her.
It seemed really expensive. My mom was telling me about how precious it is to her. She takes care of it as if it's her baby. That's why I didn't even know about it until now.
Really? Aw, that's so heartwarming. But now that she's gotten it, she should just go ahead and carry it around as much as she wants, rather than letting it sit around.
No, the thing is, Why I found out about it is because apparently there was a burglar in her house last night. She told me it was gone when she woke up this morning.
What? Did she report this to the police yet? A burglar in the house. How could this happen? Did anybody get hurt? Are they all right?
Yeah, luckily no one's been attacked. They're all very heavy sleepers, and so they didn't even know that there was a burglar that got into the house to begin with.
Did anything else get stolen?
There's really nothing else in her house to take.
Burglars these days can tell apart an expensive purse, I guess. Interesting. It's so weird, though. I've never heard of someone getting only their purse stolen out of their homes.
I mean, it's not an entirely impossible scenario, right? Especially since the logo is right on the front of it and everyone knows it's a luxury brand.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Exactly. But anyways, my mom's been so distraught about it. It's so bad to the point that she's bedridden and everything.
It hasn't been that long since I've gotten that purse for her, so I totally understand why she might be that upset.
That being said, to make her feel better, do you think you can buy the same one for her again?
You do realize that buying another one of that same exact purse would make me spend a grand total of $40,000, right?
Of course I know. I also know that you've worked hard for your money. But she is my mom, and as her son, I feel so bad for her.
Do you really think that I should get her another one? I'm trying to expand my business, so I'm kind of wary about using a lot of money. At least right now.
I see. Well, do you think you could just use your credit card then? I mean, you have a really high credit score.
Alright. I guess I could do that. You said that she's pretty much bedridden because of it, so...
Thank you so much, honey. She said she wants the purse in white this time if you do decide to get her a new one.
She even said what color she wants?
Yeah, she has her own taste and philosophy when it comes to fashion. You get what I mean?
Oh, okay. Sure, I'll get another one for her. Being really honest, I want to just forget what happened, but then I wouldn't feel right doing that.
I was really debating on whether or not I should bring this up to you. Just remember that you're the best, Isabel. All of my friends tell me how amazing you are, and that I'm a very lucky man to have gotten married to someone as successful as you. It's almost like I ranked up, you know what I mean? Like a peasant getting married to a noble.
You don't have to put it that way, Adam. It really isn't even like that.
You set up the whole marriage, got us our house, all with your own money. The only thing that I did for our marriage was to buy some furniture, but that's about it. I mean, it's not totally wrong that it's as if a peasant and a noble got married. Anyway, I don't mean it as anything else. I'm just trying to tell you that I'm so happy that I got married to you.
Oh, I know. It's just sad to hear something like that from my husband. There's no need to put yourself down like that. All I want from you is for you to love me like you always do. That's it.
You can count on me on that part. Oh, I also had something else that I wanted to talk to you about.
What is it?
I recently got my eyes on something that I might want.
Yes, I can understand that. Can you please tell me what it is?
I really want to buy this new car that just came out. I can't seem to get it out of my head. As you know, it's my birthday in the upcoming next few weeks.
That's a 2022 model. It's expensive. Also, you haven't been going out to your work after we've gotten married. Even if you do buy it, do you have anywhere to drive it to? I don't see you getting out of the house that often either.
I just want to make sure that I'm worthy of you. Sometimes it feels like other people are judging me, and that's why I really want it.
But it's so expensive. I can't even imagine the interest rate that's attached to it right now. The price is probably equivalent to a small home.
I know, but even if I'm just a stay-at-home husband, I want this car. You know I like cars, babe. I grew up poor, so I never had the chance to get a car all to myself. As a matter of fact, I don't have a lot of excuses to get out of the house because I don't have a car. If you leave the house without the car, I'll be able to drive around to catch up on some chores, but it's your car. It doesn't feel like I'm the one that should be driving it.
Do you really want it that much? I guess I can't help it then. Let's go ahead and get one for you.
Really? Are you being for real? Then let's go and see this weekend and pick one out. How does that sound?
Yeah, I can see that you really want it, so how can I tell you no? I'll get you one.
I couldn't thank you more. You're truly the best. I love you, baby.
You only tell me that you love me when it's about something like this. How about you tell me that more often from now on?
Babe, I found something that I really want this time. It's this new sedan. What are your thoughts about it?
We just bought the car you have now only a year ago. What do you mean you want a different one already? I just did some research on that car that you're talking about, and it seems like this one's even more expensive.
Babe, you already know that I like cars. I've been wanting it for a while. It's just that I didn't bring it up for the past year, actually.
This is a waste of money. I'd prefer to not continue talking about this.
Honey, come on. Your husband is telling you that he wants a new car. I don't ask you for anything else, do I? I just want a new car. That's all. I've been living off of the money you give me each month, without being wasteful about it. You know this.
It's not normal to buy a car again within a year, just to end up not driving it around that much. Besides, there's nothing wrong with the car that you have now either.
Babe, there are different cars meant for different occasions. When I go hang out with my friends, I ride this car. When I go visit my parents, I ride that car.
What kind of reasoning is that? As long as the car drives, it's serving its purpose as a car. Honestly, think about it. I pay for the car. I pay for all the insurance. I'm sure you remember when you got into that accident. I had to pay out of my pocket to fix the car, right? Babe, the car that we have now costs so much to even maintain.
Isabel, do I ask for that much? You can't just buy me one simple car?
It's not just a car. Stop being so ridiculous. Every time you act like this, I feel like you married me just for my money.
How can you say something like that? You're upsetting me. I feel like you're making me look like a leech. All because you don't want to buy me a car.
No, I'm not making you look like a leech. But the car that you have now works just fine. What in the world is up with you? How are you going to talk about wanting another car? What are you going to do with having 3 cars for yourself?
We don't have a Jeep or a 4x4. If we want to go camping, it'd be nice to have a truck.
It's almost like if you didn't get married to me, you'd even live out of a car.
Okay, and so what? I have you now. Can you please just let it go this time? Here, I'll try to get a used truck on my own end. So can you just at least get me the sedan? Please?
Do you really think I'm crazy enough to get you another car?
Are you really going to be like this? I guess I have no other choice then. Even if I have to get a loan, I'll find the exact sedan that I want. I don't care what it's going to take.
Stop being so empty-headed. You'll get into a bad accident if you seriously get a car like that.
If you're really that worried, just get me the car, Isabel.
I've already told you no, and I'm warning you right now to not get another car, Adam.
Babe, I got the sedan for half of its original price. It actually drives very smoothly.
What? Did you really end up buying another car? Where did you even get the money to buy it?
I got a loan. I also had to spend all of my savings on it.
You had money saved up? I didn't know that.
Since I've been using the money you've been giving me, I had some money sitting around that I haven't touched in a while.
Don't you think that there might be something wrong with an expensive car like that, being sold at half of its original price?
Well, you didn't want me to get a new one in the first place. Maybe you should have gotten one for me before I went and bought a used one. Why'd you have to push me to the point of getting a car that might have something wrong with it?
I know that you can't be blaming me for that right now. Be honest. How much was the loan you took out?
A lot. But it's totally fine.
Are you going to start working again then? How are you going to pay for the car?
It wouldn't even be a drop in the bucket for you to pay for it. If you just help with paying, it won't even take that long to pay for the whole thing. Anyway, I'm going to go on a first drive in my new car and enjoy the scenery. Go ahead and have dinner first. You don't have to wait for me.
Just go do whatever you want, Adam. Isabel, I saw your sister-in-law carrying around an expensive purse. Did you give it to her? All that your in-laws do to you is mooch off of your money. Why do you keep spending your money on them for such expensive things? My sister-in-law has an expensive purse? There's no way. I didn't give one to her, but I did buy another one for my mother-in-law. She takes care of it like a baby, to the point where she doesn't even carry it around that often. Really? I saw them both carrying one each. One was white and the other was red. So it must not be that she borrowed it from my mother-in-law, which means that the purse never got stolen in the first place.
What do you mean the purse got stolen?
I knew something wasn't right. Adam was telling me that there was a burglary overnight a while ago, and the burglar only took the purse that I bought her from the whole entire house. There's no way the burglar only took the purse, though. They didn't take anything else at all. Not even cash or cards. Which means your mother-in-law lied about it getting stolen because she wanted another one? No, to get her daughter the same thing? I'm guessing that that's what happened. Adam lied to me. Something seemed unnatural when he was telling me about it. That dirtbag. There are lines that you just simply shouldn't cross. How can they lie about something like this? I didn't even know that and got my sister-in-law something else too. All they do is see me as a human ATM, don't they? I think it's about time they get put back in their place. I can't believe some people can be this absurd. It's to the point where it wouldn't be enough if we took them to court and stripped them of all their leftover possessions. This is absolutely horrifying. You couldn't have put it better into words, what they deserve. My mother-in-law is suddenly bombarding my phone with texts, so give me a second. Let me see what she has to say. All right. Oh, I just can't believe all of this. Don't go around and bragging about having a lot of money, Isabel. There are things that you should and shouldn't do. How could you even... Ugh. Where are you now? I should totally just come over there and teach you a lesson for what you did. I don't know what I did to deserve all of this hate. It's so ironic that you talk all this mess when you're the one that told Adam to lie to me about a burglar breaking into your house to get your hands on another one of those purses I got you. What did you say? Do you think about how stupid the things coming out of your mouth sound? Do you really have that much money? Sure, I've got lots of money. It's just that I don't want to use it on you wretches anymore. The amount of confidence that you've got is astounding. Do you even know what happened to your husband? You refused to buy that car he wanted. So he went out and bought some used car that was totally wrecked on the inside. Now he's gotten into a huge car accident, and the whole car got folded in half. He'll have to limp for the rest of his life. This is all because of you for being so obsessed with money. Was it really that hard to just buy your husband a car? Wow, that's a stretch. Nothing you just said is my fault whatsoever. Besides that car he got, I had already gotten him another one a year ago. It was even a 2022 model. Totally new. He went on and drove it around for a while before he came and told me about how he wanted a new one again. It's not my fault that he's disabled for life now. It's because of his own greed that it led to all of this.
I can't believe that you went as far as to say something like that when your husband is literally going to be limping for the rest of his life. You should have warned him and weaned him off of getting a broken car like that. It was you that didn't handle this like you should have.
Look, I warned and told him countless times that he shouldn't get the car. But he's the one that didn't bat an eye to what I had to say to him. He's in his mid-30s. He's a grown man and can think for himself. So shouldn't he start using that brain of his? What does he carry around his head for?
You really dare to speak like that, don't you?
Sure. I'm guessing that you don't want to have anything to do with me anymore because of what happened to Adam, right? I'm going to file for a divorce.
No, wait a second. That's not what I meant. How can you talk about getting divorced so easily? Who's going to take care of him, if it isn't you that will? If you don't have the time, then you could easily just post him a caregiver while you're at work or something.
I think you misunderstood what I'm trying to tell you. But I've already mentioned that I don't want to spend even a dime on your family anymore. Did you miss that part? It seems like the whole family has a genetic tendency of not thinking about the possible outcomes before getting themselves into something big. If you're going to keep it up like this, I'm going to have to go ahead and ask you for everything that I've given to you and your family until now. Those purses, wallets, whatever it may be. Don't forget that car I got for Adam a year ago, too. If you want to at least keep whatever I've given out already, let me get the divorce without disrupting the process.
Okay. I understand that I might have gone a little too far with my words. But that's just unreasonable, Isabel. Adam, try to say something to her. Babe, I got hurt because of you. If you would have just gotten me that car that I asked for from the get-go, I wouldn't have had to become a limp for life. Adam, are you out of your mind? You're about to get divorced.
I'm actually really thankful that you're such an idiot, Adam. I was going to see what you had to say and have some pity on you. I was thinking about giving you another chance and see how it plays out for a few more months. But now that I've seen how quickly you would turn to blame everything on me, I don't think you deserve that pity. I'm going to file for divorce. And you better sign off on it without throwing a tantrum. Even while we were going through the court to get divorced, Adam kept claiming that his life had been ruined because of me. Once, he got himself so far into the situation where he would have to pay me back for all the things I bought him, he changed his attitude to the complete opposite. He begged and asked for my forgiveness, and it was just absolutely pitiful what he had turned himself into in the end. He still has to pay for that car that he got into a wreck with, as well as having to pay that compensation fee for me. I'm not going to back down from anything and make sure that I get every single dime from him that he owes me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hi there, Grace.
Do you have a second to chat at all? What should I do with little Eric?
Oh, hey, Marge. Don't worry about it. You can take him with you.
Sorry, what? But you said that you would come to get him around 2. That was already an hour ago.
What? Did I really say I would be back at 2? Oh, oops. I must have forgotten.
Somehow I knew you would do this. Look, can you just please come and pick up your son? I really have things that I need to get done today.
Oh, come on. What is a few more hours with the little guy? He's not that bad, right? Surely you can do that much for me, right?
No, I really don't think I can. And moreover, it isn't what we agreed to. You can't just come and pick him up whenever you feel like it, Grace. I need you to come and get your son now.
Marge, don't be like this. After all, we're friends, right? I mean, you live so close. Is it really so bad if I ask you to look after my son now and then? There is no one else that I can trust as much to watch Eric.
Well, I am glad that my existence is such a convenience for you. But I wish that you would think a little bit about me too.
What do you mean? Of course I think about you. Like when I wonder who I can ask to watch my son, you're always the first name that I think of. But that's okay because we help each other out, don't we?
I wouldn't really call it that. The times I've gone to you and asked you to watch my kids so that I could run some errands, you've always given me a flat no.
Well, that isn't my fault if you are coming to me at times that I happen to be really busy. Anyways, you will just have to watch Eric for a little longer, okay?
Well, what time do you think you were going to come back? I have no idea what errands it is that you had to run, but you have been gone for more than 4 hours already.
Oh, you know, I just had to get some shopping done. Then I had an appointment at the beauty parlor. But you know how the parlor can go. I actually haven't left since I've arrived.
You're at the beauty parlor? Why couldn't you have just taken Eric there with you today instead of leaving him with me? I mean, those all seem like errands that you could have taken him on. You made it sound like it was an emergency today.
Well, it was an emergency. I mean, I am totally switching up my haircut. It is a really big deal. Come on, we're both women. You know, nothing is more serious than our looks. Well, then again, maybe a woman like you doesn't really know that.
Okay, there is no need to be rude right now, okay? Can you just please come and get your son?
Besides, the times when I took Eric out with me to do these errands, they took way longer than they would have if I was by myself. So I had to find someone willing to take him, you see?
Well, I also have shopping that I need to get done for my family. I know that you think that I should just take Eric with me, but do you know how difficult it is to go out with 2 3-year-olds at once? I have my own kid to worry about too, you know. It isn't as simple as just going out with them however I want.
Oh, yeah. You can always be such a killjoy. Do you know that? Alright then, I promise that I'll pick Eric up in 2 hours. Probably. So if you don't want to take our kids out to go shopping, then I guess you will just have to wait a bit longer.
You are going to be another 2 hours? Is it really going to take you that long just to finish up at the beauty parlor?
It's fine. There is nothing to worry about. It'll all be okay.
You can't just ignore my question by saying that.
Okay, well, I have to go. See you.
Wait, come back! We aren't done here. I am not going to watch your son for you ever again. Do you understand me? This is the last time that I take Eric for you.
Hey, Marge. Just curious. What are your plans for this weekend? You wouldn't happen to be free, would you?
Actually, this weekend my husband and I were planning on taking a trip, just the 2 of us. So no, I am not free. And just why do you ask anyways?
What? You and your husband are going on a trip together? Whatever for?
Because it is our 10th anniversary. We are asking my mom to watch our kids so that we can have the weekend to ourselves. So again, I am busy this weekend and won't be home anyways.
Oh, I see. So if you have your kid taken care of, then you can take my Eric with you on your trip?
Excuse me?
What is that supposed to mean? Well, that, or you could ask your mom to look after my little Eric, too.
And just why in the world would I do that?
I just have a really, really important thing that I just have to take care of this weekend. So I really need you to look after Eric while I take care of this really serious business. Okay? Thank you!
No, Grace! I already told you that I was done watching Eric for you. This last time you made me watch him for more than 5 whole hours. Do you remember? Well, I am sick of it. You always do stuff like that, and I am putting my foot down. You will have to find someone else. I am sorry, but the answer is no, and that is final.
No? What do you mean, no?
What do you mean, what do I mean? I think it was pretty self-explanatory.
But I was already planning on leaving Eric with you and have already booked my appointments. I can't change my schedule now, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I told you that we are going to be out of town on our anniversary trip. We are not going to be able to take care of your son. What don't you understand about that? Maybe you should make sure to book your childcare before you go booking other appointments.
Why do you always have to be like this, Marge? How do you think Eric is going to feel knowing that you don't want anything to do with him anymore?
You're right. I do feel bad for Eric, but not for that reason. I feel bad for him because his mom seems to irresponsibly ditch him to go have fun all the time.
Excuse me? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something?
No, it isn't a joke. It's what I think about you. And anyways, the answer is still no.
Okay, well, I'm going to take him over to yours this Saturday, so thank you so much.
Can you even read? Are you illiterate or something?
It's fine, don't worry about it. I'll just be gone 2 days.
2 days? You want me to watch him for 2 days? You have got to be kidding me.
Okay, thank you again. See you Saturday.
I already told you that the answer is no. We aren't even going to be home. We literally can't take him. You will just have to find someone else, okay? Besides, don't you ever feel bad for not spending more time with your son?
Yes, just awful. Now, thanks again and see you Saturday.
Did you even read what I was sending you?
Hello, Marge. Good morning, and thanks again for taking Eric.
You aren't still serious about that, are you?
Of course I am. Did you forget you were going to be taking him or something?
I didn't forget. I told you that the answer is no. I told you that there was no way that we were going to be able to take care of him and that you should find someone else. Remember?
But I already dropped Eric off at your house. You can't say no now.
Sorry? You did what now?
I mean that I already walked him over to your house and left him there in front of your front door. You should really let him inside already.
You did what? You left your 3-year-old son out on the street with no supervision? I already told you that we couldn't take him today. You get back to our house and take him with you.
Oh, that's going to be a no can do. I'm already on my way to the airport and have an international flight I need to catch.
You're leaving the country?
Don't worry. It's just a quick little 2-day trip. Nothing crazy.
I can't believe this. What were you thinking? What about your son?
Hello, Marge. Guess who's back? I take it that your lack of messages to me meant that Eric was a good boy for you this weekend, right? Are you home now?
Hello, Grace. Are you back stateside again?
That's right. And man, I had such a blast. It was an amazing trip. I finally feel like I've recovered from how burnt out Eric was making me feel. So thanks again so much for taking care of him this weekend. Thanks to you, I was able to really enjoy my trip without a single worry on my mind.
Well, we never watched Eric this weekend.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that Eric isn't at our house right now.
Well, where is he? Where's my son? What did you do with my little boy?
What are you even talking about, Grace? Where is your son? More like, where is the mom who just dropped her son off in front of someone's house and drove away? Even our son was saying that you really needed to do a better job of taking care of your son.
Well, look, I don't need your little brat telling me how I should parent, okay? Can you just tell me where Eric is? I want to take him back now.
Don't worry. Eric is just fine where he is now.
Well, where is he?
When you texted me saying that you dropped off Eric at our house, my husband and I had already left for our own trip.
You mean when I left for my trip as well?
Yes, when we both left for our trips. I told you that we wouldn't even be home to take care of him, Grace. Anyways, we had already gone to drop off our son at my mom's when you had left Eric at our doorstep. And after we couldn't get a hold of you to ask you what you wanted to do about your 3-year-old son, we ended up calling the preschool instead. We explained to them what you had done, and they called your husband instead.
What? They called my husband? And what did they say?
Well, like I said, they explained that you left Eric there and drove away. So then your husband had to go and pick him up from our house.
Wait, hold on. This can't be right. So, then, you're saying that my husband knows that I asked you to look after Eric while I was gone?
That's right. He knows all about it. Except your husband told us that you had told him that you were just taking a little trip with some of the other moms from the school and that everyone was bringing their kids with them. So, just where did you really go? And who with? Did you really think that you would get away with this? Not only me, but the teachers from the preschool and the other moms were all shocked at what you had done.
But why does everyone know what I did?
You caused quite a panic among the teachers and parents.
Again, why does everyone even know? Why did you tell them?
I mean, you left your son unattended in front of my house and left. Your husband had to spend a while driving around looking for him. Plus, we called some of the other moms from the neighborhood to go out and help look for him as well. They finally found him crying in a park a couple of neighborhoods away.
So everyone really cared that much about what had happened? I really didn't think that it would have been that big of a deal.
Of course it was! But you wouldn't know because we couldn't reach you at all on account of you being overseas. But everyone is just tired of having to put up with your nonsense now. If you didn't get any messages during your trip, it is probably just because we were all over even bothering trying to talk to you.
Well, then, what about Eric? What's he doing now?
How should I know? Your husband is taking care of him, so imagine that he is probably fine. If you want to know about your family, then go talk to them, not me.
But I don't understand. How did this all happen? I trusted you with my son, and this is what you do to me instead?
Excuse me? You can't be serious right now. I told you time and time again that we were not able or willing to look after Eric for the weekend. I don't know how I could have made it any clearer to you. Did you really not get the message even after all I said? I'm sorry. I thought I was talking to another adult who can understand complete sentences.
But I asked you to, and we're friends. Friends should help out other friends, right?
Sorry?
Is that what you call friendship? Just trying to force things that you don't want to do by taking care of your own child without ever asking if it is okay with them first?
Besides, I have never once thought of you as my friend.
Oh, come on, Marge. Don't talk like that. I mean, when you think about it, all of this is kind of your fault, too. So we should go and apologize to my husband about this together. What? You think we should what? Your husband was the one who came to apologize to me. But I never told my husband that I was going to Mexico to get some work done on my glutes. If he finds out that that's what I left to do, who knows what he'll do?
Wait, you left your kid in front of our house unsupervised so that you could get plastic surgery?
Plastic surgery that you then lied to your husband about getting?
Yeah, I am sure that your husband is going to get mad when he finds all of that out.
I mean, what were you thinking? This is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. Look, I am about to get to my house soon, so can you please just come over and help me through this?
No! Why should I help you with anything after all this?
Please! You can just tell my husband that this is all your fault and it will be over.
Are you even listening to yourself? Why would I say that when it's not even true? Look, this whole conversation is just getting ridiculous. This whole thing is a you problem that you need to solve with your husband. Leave me and my family out of it.
Wait, Marge! I just got home and there was no one here.
I literally don't care anymore.
Oh no. What's this? There are signed divorce papers sitting on my kitchen table. What is all this?
I think it sounds pretty obvious, but again, I literally do not care.
It is your family's problem. Deal with it with them. But what am I supposed to do now that my husband wants to divorce me? And I just checked both of their rooms. Neither my husband's nor Eric's stuff is here anymore.
If I had to guess, I would assume that your husband got fed up with your selfish behavior and decided to take himself and your son out of such a bad situation. I mean, honestly, did you even want your son in the first place? You wouldn't think so, the way you kept passing him off to everyone. I just don't understand how you thought this was going to work out any other way.
But I only wanted to take a little trip. And you did!
But you did so without even thinking about your son, or your husband, or anyone else. You only thought about yourself and thought that you could just force everyone else to bend to your will.
Well, what should I do now?
Why do you keep asking me? I already told you that I don't care. And if you don't even have your son anymore, then you're not even a mom whose child goes to the same preschool as mine. We were never friends to begin with, but now we really are nothing. So can you just leave me alone already?
Wait, Marge, you can't just leave me like this. Please.
Leave you? No one is doing anything to you. This is just the consequences of your own actions coming to bite you in your brand new glutes. Anyways, I would really try calling your husband and figuring all this out for yourself. See ya! In the end, Grace called her husband to try and sort everything out. All she could get out of him, however, were demands to sign the divorce papers that he had left. It turns out that Grace's husband had already taken Eric to his parents' house where the two of them were staying. Also, apparently, Grace had stolen money from her husband to pay for her surgery in Mexico. During the divorce, not only did Grace have to repay her husband for the surgery, she also lost custody of her child and was forced to pay both child support and a heavy alimony. Eric even said himself that he no longer wanted to live with his mom. After that, Grace never saw her son again. She packed up her bags and moved to a new town. But since she brought it all upon herself, there was no one here who pitied her. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.